And so I'm extremely grateful for not only the benefits that we're experiencing on these bigger and better deals, but also I'm grateful to have people who believe in us and believe in what we're doing, believe in the properties that we're buying, and believe in Tier 3 Capital, and are our partners and are also experiencing all those great benefits of the assets that we are acquiring. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Real Entrepreneur Podcast. My name is Alex Coffman, and thank you guys for tuning in today. Staff always tells me I mess with a mic too much. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think. I don't think I do. But today I am bringing you guys some advice in terms of investing and building your own real estate portfolio. I want to talk about a few things. So I want to talk about some of the mistakes that I've made and that I've learned from, and mistakes that I'll never make again. And then we're going to talk about my favorite deal. All right, so starting off with mistakes. Number one, I know I've mentioned this again and again, and I'm going to continue to mention it again and again. But the biggest mistake that I feel we made in our investment journey and building our portfolio was thinking too small. Not thinking it was possible to go out and buy the bigger deals. You know, listening to the fears that said that, you know, we couldn't get it done. Listening to people around us who had not accomplished what we wanted to, but, you know, were successful in their own right. However, they were thinking too small as well. So, like, you know, with deals, started out buying houses, duplexes, triplexes, quadplexes, eightplexes, still own them today. And we have equity in these deals, but these deals don't bring us anywhere close to what our actual goals are and what I believe your actual goals are when you want to go invest in real estate. And a lot of times that's passive income, cash flow, you know, being able to retire, being able to have income come in, you know, overnight when you sleep without you having to actually work for it. And I was under the impression that all real estate did this. You know, listen to lots of bigger pockets, people buying houses, duplexes, building up a portfolio. And while I think that works for some people who have smaller goals and, you know, don't want to really take it big, it definitely did not work for us. And we did that day in and day out for years, and we just hustled and grinded and you know, forced things to get done and made things happen. And Matt and I bought this house, this duplex, that duplex, wholesale this one, buy this quadplex, let's buy this triplex, let's buy this eightplex. And we were just buying deals to buy deals. They were all good deals, you know, in their own right. We made money on them all, but we weren't thinking with the end goal in mind, and we didn't have a plan to get there. And so we got lost in this rat race doing these smaller deals and built a good portfolio of these smaller deals, you know, 100 plus doors of houses, duplexes, quadplexes, eightplexes in these smaller deals, and quickly realized that none of these deals pay cash flow, period. Number one. Number two, the debt on these deals was not good. Number three, it was an extreme pain in the ass to manage. Still is, kinda. Even after streamlining all the operations. You got managers here, managers there. You know, it's not very sophisticated. There's no economies of scale to it. And it's just piecemealed, and it's scattered, and it's not organized, and it's not, you know, scalable, right? And also quickly realized that these deals take money from you constantly. You know, instead of the cash flowing to you, even with good debt on these deals, 4.25%, you know, interest debt on some of these, you know, these deals do not cash flow. 1 month of extra vacancy, then you're expecting your cash flow is gone if you had any to begin with. Your AC unit goes out, your cash flow is gone. Water heater goes out, boom. You know, you're paying your commissions on the leasing, etc. There is no cash flow in these smaller deals. Now, we did gain appreciation, but, you know, when the market shifts and interest rates get higher, and interest rates are, you know, you're getting quoted at like 7.5%, 8.25% on new debt on these deals to do a cash out refi, it makes no sense. And you can't even get it because the DSCR on it would be so it would be sub 1. It would be like 0.8 of a DSCR on these deals doing a cash out refi and at the higher rates. So anyways, we were thinking too small. I thought that these deals would provide what I originally wanted, which was cash flow appreciation, passive income, etc. And they did not. They provided appreciation, but when the market shifts, you can't, number one, that depreciation or that appreciation goes away, right? Because your property starts to devalue as the market goes down. But number two, you can't even access it, right? Because if you do a cash out refi, like I just explained, it won't work. So that's how you access your equity. Or if you sell it, you can access your equity, but you can't sell it in a down market. It's impossible to sell these properties at a price that you would want to sell it at. You can sell anything at any price, but then if you did that, you'd be giving away all that appreciation that you did gain. So my advice would be to, if you want to build a big portfolio and if you truly want to get all the benefits of real estate investing, cash flow appreciation, tax advantages, being able to pull out tax-free capital via, cash out refis, do not go after these smaller deals. You'll quickly learn that it's not going to give you what you wanted, and it's a real pain in the ass to scale and to manage. I mean, even in-house management, not even a property management, but in-house asset management, managing all the property managers, managing all the different loans, managing all the different insurance policies on them, etc. It's just so piecemealed and it's all over the place. And I think that it does make sense if you're BlackRock or Starwood and you're buying all these properties cash, you are going to cash flow. And if you have an in-house management team, in-house asset management team, and you're a huge operation, I'm sure it is scalable. But for the average person out there to grow and build a large portfolio of properties that are truly going to take care of you, that's not the way. And if you look at anybody who has done that and started that way and has the big goals, they get out of that stuff as fast as they can. You can look at someone like Brandon Turner, for example. Brandon Turner is someone who, from Bigger Pockets, or used to be with Bigger Pockets, is who I used to listen to at the beginning when I was starting to invest in real estate, the Bigger Pockets podcast. And they'd be talking about houses and this and that. For the most part, right, they're attracting in their audience was people who are just getting started out investing in real estate. And Brandon would tell his story of, building up a portfolio of these smaller deals. But today, after Brandon got to a certain point, I actually haven't heard him talk about this and I don't know his story, so I don't want to speak for him. But today, I don't think you hear him talking about those anymore. Today, I forget what his company's called. I think it's Open Door Capital. Today, he's focused on buying large mobile home parks or RV parks somewhere within that. And they're raising capital from investors to go out and buy those deals, right? He's not going out and buying a single family rental anymore. I guarantee he wouldn't do it because they just don't make sense. They really do not make sense. And it's the bigger deals that provide the true appreciation and some real numbers. It's the bigger deals that have the scale and can pay you cash flow every single month. True free cash flow. I was having a conversation with about a year and a half ago, and they told me cash flow in real estate doesn't exist, and that's just not true. Cash flow in real estate does not exist for the types of deals that we were buying and the types of deals that we were seeing. But cash flow in real estate does exist. Just need to change the assets that you are buying. And we pay out cash flow every single month from the RV park that we just closed, Fund 2. We'll be paying out cash flow every single month for Fund 3, for the next property that we're buying. It is possible to get true passive income, and it is possible to get true appreciation, and it is possible to get all the tax benefits of real estate, but you need to focus on the deals that are actually going to provide that, because the small stuff will not. Number 2 on mistakes is, not fully understanding, right? Like it kind of goes back to what I was saying previously, but being impatient, not fully understanding and taking into consideration true vacancy on a deal, true expenses on a deal and all the other costs that are involved with buying deals, right? Hiring a bookkeeper, paying your CPA to file the tax return, all these costs are involved with a deal. And so, one of my biggest mistakes early on was just getting excited about buying deals, getting in the groove of making offers, closing on properties, and just building and adding the wrong things, but not taking true underwriting into my analysis and just saying, oh, it's the 1% rule. This is in Austin. We're getting a good price. We're $50K below where, it should be selling at. This is a good deal. And utilizing that as a benchmark for whether or not we should buy deals, and not doing a true analysis of the deal and if it's actually going to provide, what we were looking for and what would happen in the worst case scenario. So all those costs for the operating expenses being involved with the deal, and just not really having a plan or a strategy. Today we're extremely disciplined, and it's hard sometimes. We pass up on deals all the time, and if it doesn't meet the parameters of what we're looking for, we say, no, and we won't even look at it. And it's hard to do that sometimes when you're not closing on deals every single month. You're staying disciplined, and you're staying focused, and you're honing in on the deals that are going to provide what you're looking for. It's hard to pass up 99.9% of those and just say, no, we're not interested, we're not looking at it, and really just staying disciplined, But it does pay off, and it is the better way. It's just hard to, practice that when you want to get things done, you want to accomplish things. But just because you're not pulling the trigger on something, or this is what it was. It says, patience is not inaction. So just because you're practicing patience and you're practicing discipline, it does not mean that you're not taking action. It just means that you're waiting for that right opportunity to buy those deals. And I'll tell you this, we closed on 2 deals so far this year, one in February, one in May. If this is being released tomorrow, we're about to put a property under contract, 144 unit apartment. These 3 deals, and these 3 deals, it's only a few months in between, but in those few months, it's like, we need something, we need to keep moving, we need to find the next deal. And as you're practicing that, it can be hard to, not get impatient. But those 3 deals are better than the 6 years of deals that we had been buying, where we were buying something every month. There are a few deals every single month. These 3 deals are better than all of the previous 6 years worth of deals. These 3 deals, they pay, I don't know the number because the houses are negative cash flow. All of these deals cash flow and are profitable. The appreciation, even probably just in like 1 year, or a few years, is bigger than all the deals we bought over the last 6 years. And all of these deals, within a 1 year period, and the year's not even over. We're about 3/4 of the way through, so we might have another one in Q4. But these 3 deals are all bigger, better than the previous 6 years. And it just took us going through that process and hitting our head against the wall and going through that pain to realize that. But I'll tell you this, the patience does pay off. The discipline does pay off. And you have to, at some point, if you're in that mode of buying these smaller deals, at some point you have to draw the line and never go back. You have to draw the line and move forward on the bigger targets in the deals that are going to pay you and provide what you're actually looking for. And we had to do that last year. We did that, and we went through a process of like 12 months of no deals, of not buying any deals. But I was happy. The portfolio was in such a shitty place with raising interest rates. We had hard money loans coming due. We had to refinance a lot of these properties. And so we were going through a period of stabilizing the bad portfolio of single family houses and stuff that we own, Matt and I, and drawing the line and saying, we're no longer buying any more of these, and we're only buying deals like X, like Y. And it took 12 months of saying no to all of these deals that would come across. And, that was a painful process of learning and going through it and practicing that discipline and that patience. And getting to where we needed to be so that we could take down the bigger deals. But this year, after going through that process, like I just said, within 8 months have done and accomplished more and made more than we did in the previous 6 years. So it's really important to really get clear on where you want to go and what you want to do, and ensure that you're setting up your surroundings, your environment, your business, your resources, your connections, your relationships towards that. Okay. And like if you have the goal of owning, 200 unit apartment complexes, you should not be building a team around buying single family houses just because it's easier and maybe readily accessible compared to the other. Okay. You should be building your team, building your connections, building your resources, going towards that goal. And it's not going to happen fast. It's going to be built over time, but it's extremely important to get clear on where you want to go and start going there and not get lost doing, smaller deals just because they're easier. And then, number two is just be fully aware of, everything that's involved with these deals. I mean, when you start to look at the bigger deals and the better deals versus the smaller ones, you easily see why they're a much better investment. Because the smaller deals don't give you any of that stuff that you want. And so just understand that and practice discipline and practice patience and practice, discipline, because that is what's going to get you there. And always remember that patience and discipline is not inaction. You'll realize that if you haven't already, these bad deals will just take the life out of you, your business, and your operation. So that's what I got. And the deals, I know I mentioned my favorite deals, and my favorite deals are the ones that we bought this year. The strip center in Pace, Florida, the RV resort right outside of Dallas, and this next deal that hopefully we have under contract tomorrow or Monday. And these deals are my favorite deals because they have the scale. They have the cash flow. We're able to help people too. Like all these deals, we have 50 plus, maybe 100 plus new partners after this next one that are also experiencing all these great benefits. We have all of our investors who are with us experiencing the same thing that we are, and they get, honestly, all the value, right? They invest passively, they get cash flow, they get the tax benefits, they get the appreciation, they own 80% of the deal, and they don't have to do anything. They just sit back and get, a check every single month. And so I'm extremely grateful for, not only the benefits that we're experiencing on these bigger and better deals, but also I'm grateful to have people who believe in us and believe in what we're doing, believe in the properties that we're buying, and believe in TR3 Capital, and are our partners and are also experiencing all those great benefits of the assets that we are acquiring. So that's my advice today. Discipline, focus, patience, and get really clear on where you want to go, what you want to buy, why you want to buy those, and start setting up your team, connections, resources, everything around that. And don't get lost in the stuff that you actually don't want to buy, but you're just doing because it is easy. If you're interested in learning about the deal that I'm talking about with Fund 3 at Tier 3 Capital, just go to tr3capital.com, tr3capital.com. Reach out to me, reach out to my partners, Matt or Robert. We'd love to talk to you and see if it'd be a good fit for you. We'd love to partner with you, but reach out to us. We need to talk to each other, get to know each other, and see if this would be a good fit for you. But other than that, I appreciate y'all's time, and I will see you next week.